to build a team from the ground up, that really excited me. As Monica said, I've won 2 championships. I've been to the playoffs every single year, so there's no pressure coming into this new season.
Joined by Sandy Brondello, the head coach of the Toronto Tempo. That's going to take a little while to get used to. How does it feel for you?
Feels great. It was to be announced, last week, and the reception that I got, and the excitement around the whole city of this new team. It was incredible.
What was the process like? You were a coach in demand, Sandy. How did you work your way through the decision you were going to make and then ultimately the startup franchise?
Yeah, no, it was an interesting process for me, and I was just lucky. I suppose a few teams had some openings there, and spoke to some different ones, but ultimately, chose the Tempo, and I was excited about doing something from the scratch and building a culture and a legacy in a new city and a new country, and. But most of all, it's like just getting to work with really good people, and the general manager is a former player, so that resonated with me. So excited about what we can build.
We've seen expansion recently in the WNBA. So what does it actually look like? Have you got your head around expansion, drafting, and players you might be able to bring in, and free agency and everything going on?
Well, with the CBA, there's a lot of what ifs at the moment. Nothing can be really done. And even what the process will look like until the CBA is done, and hopefully that's sooner than later. But we can still strategize about, we know we can take one player from these expansion from the other teams. But Portland, we're also competing against Portland Fire, so we'll be very intentional about what that looks like, and it's fun. But then with the CBA, 85% of the players are free agents, so hopefully we can sell them on a summer in Toronto. And, the exciting things we want to build for this team and make it a world-class franchise.
It's easy for me to say, but I would sit back and say, why the heck would you want to be a head coach when you win a title and then a year later you move on? It seems like you were ready for a move, but it was a quick turnaround from the celebrations in New York to now. Why did you think it was time to move on and a new challenge?
Yeah, look, obviously, in the end, it was a leadership decision, and that's okay. That's the business that we're in. It's high stakes, and they want to win, and I wanted to win. We had a really disruptive year in New York with injuries, but in the end, I felt like you kind of know when it's time, and I think I'm old enough, wise enough to know it's time. I probably need a different challenge, and with different people. So I'm excited about this new challenge. Yes, people say, why would you choose an expansion? But I'm like, well, why not? I've won 2 championships. I'd love to win another one, and that's important. But it was just something that really, I thought it would be the best thing for me at this stage of my career.
I feel like you put a bit of pressure on yourself. You're in that press conference and the room is absolutely packed, and you did mention that you've made the postseason every year as a head coach. Do you regret perhaps mentioning that so early to this packed room of media?
No, you got to dare to dream, and you got to put expectations out there, and that's our goal. Obviously, hopefully in a few years we can win a championship, but I also know how hard that is, and the expansion and the free agency, we have to hit a home run there, and I'm confident that we can, but you never know. But still, in the end, you just got to put the players in the best position that they can have success. And I don't mind. I'm used to it. I've had pressure my whole life. So this is just another step in obviously my career, and I'm excited for the challenge.
What is the sales pitch? Because it seems like your relationship with this new ownership group, it seems like you're really excited to work with these people. So when you talk about success and the journey you're going to be on to get there, what do they sell to you? What do they see for first year for a new team and first in Canada?
Well, obviously they told me how much they wanted me, and I think that helps. And what's a partnership look like? I think the connections. Yeah, I need to be in an environment, because what we do is really hard. So you need to be in an environment where there is that collaboration and there's support in all departments. That really what resonated with me. But the owner, he's great. He's obviously he's been in pro sports for a while, so I think he'd be a great resource to lean into. But I think Larry's just a great person. Teresa Resch, the president, and was with the Raptors for many years. But Monica Wright, the former player. I just felt like there's that strong connection, and so that's what I went with.
How do you say Toronto, Sandy?
Toronto. There's no T. I've been told that, so I feel bad that Toronto. There you go, Toronto tempo.
The whole country has already forgiven you. Last one. What is left for you? I look at your resume and everything you've done as a coach, and it still looks like you're seeking a new challenge or the next challenge, or you still feel like there's plenty left in the tank. What is it for you?
Yeah, there's so, I just love what I do. There's so much more. It's like, can I win another championship in a whole different country? That's a challenge. That's a great challenge. Can the Opals win a gold medal at Olympic Games? We haven't done that, so that's a challenge, but that's a challenge that excites me, and things have to all become aligned here, but that's what keeps me going. But in the end, it's the people and the opportunity that I have to coach the best players in the world and continue to get better as a coach.
Sandy, you're an absolute star. You mentioned Olympics just quickly. I can't wait for 2028 in LA. And I can't wait to see you in Brisbane in 2032.
Yeah, right. I told you that, Kane. I'm not going to Brisbane. That was too much pressure. The World Cup in Sydney, it's the most pressure I've ever felt. And for 2 weeks, I wasn't going to ever do it again. But here I am, still going. But I love it. I love it. I love it, the players. And, hopefully we can make everybody proud.
I don't believe you. I think I will see you in Brisbane 2032, and I can't wait for that. But hey, thanks for letting me in your beautiful home. The pool's behind us. I don't know if we can have a swim, but we appreciate the time.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.